Hello, so in this video we're looking at composite functions. So remember when one function is kind of placed within another function. And what we're doing in all of these is figuring out how to write expressions to represent composite functions. So we're given the functions fx, gx, and hx to start with. And we need to find, for the first one, f g of x. So what this means is that we're basically putting the g of x function inside the f function, and we're going to see what we get. So you don't have to write out all of these steps, but if I just show you, so f g of x is the same thing as f of g of x, like that. So hopefully you can see I put the whole g of x function kind of inside the f function. And then to actually do that, we take this g function, the x minus 1 squared, and we substitute that into wherever the x is within the fx function. So this here is still going to be 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2. But then instead of writing x here, I write this whole thing. So in brackets, I put x minus 1 squared. Yes, hopefully you can see I put this entire thing into this x here. And to be fair, like that is kind of it. That's kind of the answer. But I would probably generally simplify that. So 1 minus 2 sets of, and then expand this. So that'll be x squared minus 2x plus 1, which will then simplify to 1 minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 2, which simplifies overall into minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. And that's our answer. So f g of x equals all of this. And that's it. So I hope that makes sense. Then for b, we're doing g f of x. So it's kind of the other way around this time. We're going to put the f function inside the g function. So I won't write out this little bit here, but we'll just say that g of fx is equal to, and then, okay, so this f function replaces this x here. So we're going to have 1 minus 2 of x instead of this x, and then we'll have this minus 1. And that whole thing will be squared. So that's going to simplify to 1 minus 1 is just 0. So we've got minus 2x squared. And that will just become 4x squared. So that's it. So g f of x is 4x squared. All right, then c, we're trying to find f of h of g of x. All right, so this is a bit more complicated because you've kind of got 3 functions here. But same thing applies. We're going to take the g function, put it into the h function, and we'll see what we get. We'll get hg of x. Then we'll take that entire thing and put all of it into the f function. Okay, so let's first of all just find hg of x. Okay, so I'm kind of like, ignore this bit here for now. I'm just going to find hg of x first, and then I'll put it into the f function. So that would be the g function into the h function. So this bit here into this x. So that'd be x minus 1 squared all over 2. And that's it. So then next up, when I want to put this whole thing into the f function to actually find my f h g of x, I'm going to put all of this into this x value. So it's going to be 1 minus 2 sets of what we just found. So that means 1 minus 2 sets of x minus 1 squared over 2. You don't really need the big square brackets there, but I think it just makes it a bit easier. Which, if we simplify that, will give us 1 minus, and this 2 will cancel out. So it'll just be x minus 1 squared. And again, you could leave it like that, or we could actually simplify that. So we can make it 1 minus and expand is x squared minus 2x plus 1, which then becomes minus x squared plus 2x, because the minus and minus becomes a plus, and then 1 minus 1 cancels out. So fHg of x equals this. So maybe circle that. Circle that as that answer, and circle this as part A answer. Okay, so last one down here, we have f squared h of x. So to make this a bit clear, I'm just going to write out the f of x function and the h of x. So the fx function was 1 minus